Inter Milan won the game against Napoli 1-0. Spalletti started the game with a 4-3-3 formation. Napoli were building the play from the back with a 2-3 shape, with the centre-backs as the first pressing line and Lobotka and the full-backs as the second line, in front of Inter Milan's pressing with 5-3-2. Napoli were focusing their play on the flanks, with Politano and Kvaratskhelia holding the width, Anguissa drifting to the right side to help the winger, while right-back Di Lorenzo was making overlaps and supporting his winger, and left-back Oliveira was inverting and making runs in the half-space. Or also combined with left central midfielder Zielinski to break the press. But when Napoli were trying to create the difference through the flanks, they were facing wide overload from Inter, with Mkhitaryan, Di Marco Bastoni on the left, and Skriniar, Darmian and Barella on the right, adding to that Calhanoglu, who was supporting both flanks. This made the main man of Napoli, Kvaratskhelia, finding himself in a 1 versus 3 situations, with Inter players intercepting aggressively on him, especially Skriniar. Therefore, Napoli tried to break the opposing low block by firstly getting Lobotka to start dropping deep between the centre-backs to allow full-backs Di Lorenzo and Oliveira to step higher to free them a bit from the build-up task and let them receive higher in the pitch with more space to attack. At times, Anguissa started to move more to the left, to help Kvaratskhelia and Oliveira in their numerical inferiority. Zielinski also was moving to both half spaces to create a passing option. Without forgetting centre-back Kim Min-jae, who was also progressing with the ball or making runs to pull one of the opposing defenders and free space for his teammates, or at other times he was trying to reach Kvaratskhelia directly, more than once, but Skriniar was faster. For their part, Inter Milan were playing on the counters, with direct and long balls from their goalkeeper Onana or one of the centre-backs all the way to centre-forwards Dzeko or Lukaku. Or even Barella, who was able playing wider than usual and was able to make an interesting run in the free space on the right. When Inter opted for building shortly, they built from the right side, with Calhanoglu again drifting to the side to give Inter numerical superiority, alongside Barella, Darmian, Lukaku and even Dzeko in the right half space at times. Inter were either trying to find Lukaku back to goal, and especially near the box in the right half space, they used him as a standing point, to combine with him, or he directly make turns using his physical strength to get a shot opportunity. They also tried to play crosses to the box, having both Lukaku and especially Dzeko known for their threat in such forward areas. After 20-25 minutes of play, Inter started to press high and force Napoli to make missed passes. Napoli found difficulties to break the opposing high press. Their players were either positioning themselves in wrong areas, which makes the ball carrier lacking solutions, or the ball carrier makes the wrong decision and doesn't play fast enough. Their short combinations near their own box were often intercepted by Inter, and they were hesitating to change the play when they needed to. The only way they were getting out of the press is by playing long passes to Osimhen back to goal to start counters and exploit his rapidity in the space left by Inter. As for Inter, Skriniar started to also step higher to emphasize the numerical superiority on the right, while Di Marco started to overlap more and hold the width in the left to create the chance to change the play fastly. The thing that Inzaghi started to exploit more in the second half, by keep being focused on the right, what has changed is that they started to change the play more often to Di Marco, who was often left on interesting 1 versus 1 situations. And this is how they created danger in that flank, and more importantly, this is how they scored their goal. For their part, Napoli started to free Kvaratskhelia from the triangle. Inter defenders have put him in on the left flank. Kvaratskhelia started to move to central areas of the pitch or move to the other flank to create 4 versus 3 situation. This has opened some interesting passing and crossing angles for Napoli. And this was worth to be tried more than they actually did in the following parts of the game. The entry of Tanguy and Ndombele was great for Napoli, as the latter was able to create the difference a few times from the middle, thanks to his technical qualities, and this is the kind of solutions Napoli really needed when Inter was sitting deep. If you liked the video, please hit the button like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.